It's Baby Yoda time. News is that Gina Carano has been fired from The Mandalorian. For those of you who don't know, The Mandalorian is basically the adventures of a space bounty hunter and his newfound baby Yoda. Super interesting, right? And it's all set within the Star Wars universe, no less. Characters keep joining the cast, and some, pointing at Madame Carano, keep on flushing out. Let's check out what happened though. Starting off, Carano and her clash with Disney. Season 3 of The Mandalorian is set to launch on Disney Plus in March, says Gina Carano's Cara Dune, and the dismissed former Star Wars hero has taken to Twitter to remark on the controversy surrounding one of her recent flicks. Season 2 of The Mandalorian premiered in late 2020, but scheduling issues and the COVID-19 epidemic have contributed to a longer than usual wait for Season 3. Season 3 will see the return of beloved show characters Pedro Pascal, Giancarlo Esposito, Carl Weathers, and Katie Sackhoff when it premieres on March 1st. In a flurry of tweets, Gina Carano, star of The Mandalorian, has denied charges made by The Hollywood Reporter writer Richard Newby that she destroyed her career after Disney dropped her from the blockbuster original series in early 2021. Carano claimed in the tweets that she did not fumble the bag, claiming that the online mob couldn't take her unwillingness to accept the sellout story. Before alleging that journalists bungled the bag, she said she stood up for what she thought was the proper thing to do, and that the more time passed, the better she felt about her action. Moving on, let's explain the controversy in question. During Gina Carano's tenure on The Mandalorian, many Star Wars fans and social media users discussed her online presence. During the COVID-19 epidemic, her views on political concerns, the 2020 election, gender pronouns, and mask mandates received anger from many people both inside and outside the Star Wars community. Her Instagram post in February 2021, in which she compared modern-day American politics to Nazi Germany and the Holocaust, appeared to be the final straw for Disney, who fired her from The Mandalorian immediately after her post went live. She was rumored to have a key part in Rangers of the New Republic, the now canceled Mandalorian spin-off series. Those who disagreed with her online received the news well because many of her writings on specific themes were anti-Semitic, transphobic, or otherwise disparaging, three descriptions that contradict Disney's inclusive filmmaking principles. Following her dismissal, the former MMA fighter went on to work on My Son Hunter, a low-budget political film based on charges made against Hunter Biden, the son of U.S. President Joe Biden. Phelim McAleer and Anne McElhinney, two conservative Irish journalists, created the film. Meanwhile, Star Wars has continued to expand its content offerings, most recently adding the critically acclaimed Andor to its roster of popular streaming episodes. Gina Carano's public notoriety has declined after her departure from The Mandalorian, when she was considered a rising star. In her absence, the Star Wars world has surprisingly moved on without incident. Next up, The Mandalorian writing out Cara Dune is better than recasting Gina Carano. Instead of recasting Cara Dune following the Gina Carano fiasco, The Mandalorian might be better off writing the character out. The former rebel shock trooper turned mercenary makes her live-action Star Wars series debut in the 4th episode. Cara, being an ally of Din Djarin and Grogu, frequently accompanied the Mandalorian on high-risk missions. Carano appeared as a recurrent character in the first 2 seasons. However, that will no longer be the case owing to her termination by Lucasfilm. A former MMA fighter, Carano has previously featured in Fast and Furious 6, Deadpool, and The Mandalorian. Given the attention the Star Wars series garnered from the start, her portrayal as Cara catapulted the actress to new heights of renown. Unfortunately for Lucasfilm, Carano's social media conduct has been a concern in recent months. Because of her heinous postings, the corporation said Carano will no longer be associated with any future Star Wars productions, including The Mandalorian. While some fans believed the change was long overdue, others wondered what it signified for Cara's future in the Star Wars world. We think she could use some tuning up. The Star Wars universe is too big to be challenged by one person, so it'd probably be better to do a refresh on her character. Further, Carano could have had a future in Season 3 of The Mandalorian and other spin-offs. Carano was scheduled to appear in Season 3 of The Mandalorian until her contract was terminated. She was also in discussions to star in a planned spin-off centered on Cara as a New Republic Marshal. Though Cara's appearance in Disney Plus shows may be changed, the role was apparently supposed to be recast with another actress, a claim Lucasfilm has subsequently rejected. Regardless, the recasting notion is reasonable, but Lucasfilm should seriously consider eliminating Cara Dune from future episodes of The Mandalorian. Because Cara hasn't yet paved the path for a spin-off, the figure serves no function beyond her Season 2 storyline. Moving on might be advantageous for a variety of reasons. Also, why The Mandalorian should move on from Cara Dune. Din will be seeking another purpose now that Grogu has left with Luke Skywalker. It's likely that he may move his concentration to Mandalore as he embarks on a new path of self-actualization. Characters like Cara will serve little value if the lone gunslinger travels alone throughout the cosmos, rather than forcing recognizable sizable individuals to arrive, The Mandalorian should return the attention to its namesake hero. Cara accomplished her job when Din needed help with Grogu, but that's no longer the case. Din isn't a member of the New Republic, so there's no need for them to work together on a regular basis for the time being. Now, all of Gina Carano's tweets and posts that got her fired from The Mandalorian. Gina Carano has long believed in the power of voicing her thoughts, an act that landed her fired from Star Wars spin-off The Mandalorian. The former MMA fighter was reported to have been fired from the successful Disney Plus drama, where she portrayed Cara Dune on Tuesday, with Lucasfilm emphasizing that there are no plans for her to return. The Star Wars Corporation made no secret of why she was fired, calling her social media posts disparaging people based on their ethnic and religious identities, abhorrent and unacceptable. Carano's most contentious remark, and what appears to have been the last straw, came when she uploaded a picture from Germany and connected it to today's tense political atmosphere. The tweet was removed promptly, along with another image of someone wearing many masks with the message, "Meanwhile in California," according to Variety. She also chimed in on another conspiracy theory about pedophile Jeffrey Epstein's demise, uploading a square full of letters with the statement, "Jeff Epstein didn't kill himself." While Lucasfilm stated on Wednesday that she will not be working on The Mandalorian, insiders informed The Hollywood Reporter that they had been looking for her for months. Firstly, this wasn't the first time Carano caused an outrage online. Carano has been in the mosh pit before, and this definitely wasn't the first time she'd made the hashtag #FireGinaCarano trend due to her outspoken ideas. In September, she created one of the first internet firestorms when she refused to use trans-friendly pronouns, instead changing her Twitter account with the phrases "beep bop boop." "I have nothing against trans people's lives. They need less abusive representation," she said in the now deleted post. She later stated that it had nothing to do with ridiculing trans people and was instead about exposing the bullying attitude of the mob that has taken over the voices of many good causes. Secondly, Carano started a profile on right-wing social media app Parler. Following her tweets about voter fraud, Carano asked her followers to join her on the right-wing social media network Parler in November. Many Republican leaders and right-wing intellectuals use the social networking app Parler. Parler takes pleasure in the fact that it has no fact-checkers and promotes itself as a free speech platform. The app has become a sanctuary for Trump supporters who have been kicked off Twitter. Parler was the target of large portions of the violent attacks on the Capitol on January 6th. Following this, Amazon announced the removal of Parler from its web hosting services, while Apple and Google pulled the app from their respective app stores. When Carano encouraged her fans to join her on Parler in November, one critic questioned why Guardians of the Galaxy director James Gunn was dismissed by Disney for making inappropriate jokes, but Carano had not suffered penalties for her involvement in the incident. Furthermore, the Carano controversy reached a crescendo after the Holocaust tweets. Carano's scandal recently erupted when she likened the persecution of modern-day Republicans to that of Jews during the Holocaust in a now-deleted Instagram and TikTok post. Carano, despite being a recurrent character on The Mandalorian, will not be returning for Season 3 after being sacked. It's unknown if her role will be written off the show or replaced. She will also not appear in any future Star Wars content, which is notable given that, according to The Hollywood Reporter, Disney originally planned to unveil Carano as the star of her own Star Wars show at an Investors' Day in December, but these plans were changed following her November tweets about the election and voter fraud. Lastly, the aftermath of Carano's firing. Since Lucasfilm's statement, there has been a chorus of fans pleading for the company to rehire Carano. At the time of writing, a Change.org petition requesting a public apology from the firm had approximately 40,000 signatures. All of this comes on top of Carano's considerable increase in social media followers after her rude tweets went viral. Carano avoided apologizing when she ultimately replied to her termination. Instead, she harped on the cancel culture while also announcing a new job. Her next endeavor will be with the Daily Wire, a conservative media organization founded by Ben Shapiro, where she will produce a new video project. The actress claims that Disney unintentionally sent her an email revealing some inside business support for her. Another claim is that Disney intimidated another actor, but Carano refused to name them. Interestingly, she went from Star Wars sidekick to anti-cancel culture ambassador in less than a week, so you can bet it's not the last thing she'll say that will cause controversy in the near future. That's a wrap for this video. What do you think of Carano's antics and her subsequent firing? Let us know in the comments below. It'd be awesome if you gave this video a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe for more scrumptious videos like these. See you in the next one.